lace up the shoes, chase W's, murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Dances by him. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Come on, 180. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's got room. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 62 yards. They go play action here on first down. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, alert.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Touch 50.
Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Get that ball. Alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body. Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Lock in, lock in. Trickstone, travel.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there? I'm right there with you. I would have thought it worst. Quarterback sneak, try and pick up the 1st down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
18.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. From the 41, Wilson escaping the pressure. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And some space here. Look at the big man rumble. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles. And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened. He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Now Wilson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
58 to Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Check, 59. Hey! Mike's 59! Mike's 59! Here we go, D, get off the field.
From the shotgun, Wilson buying time to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth.
Good. 58, boy, 58, Mike. 58, come on. 58, come on. Check the out. Good job right there. Left pass. One flip. 58 for Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Get ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney, his second sack of the night. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Four down. Check.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 0. Mike 5'9". Check.
Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go. 14. Let's go.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. Here comes Cohen. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's get it.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Hey, ball.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. CD with that incompletion. Let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think of the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the number 1 game because the number 1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the number 1 seed. I think the number 2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Good job right there. Good job right there. Good job. 4 down. 4 down. I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Check 59. Mike is 15. 12. Heavy on the edges. Check to it.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Hollister. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Oh, you got deep? 25. Zebra.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run with Lynch, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the 3-quarter pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? Where are they headed for the home stretch is what he also said about it. I can't wait to see how this thing ends.
Well, we got New England and Baltimore, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, Seattle and New Orleans. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it and give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Khalil Mack. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Three quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.